of what the auto sales for the month of March have looked like across the spectrum. You have commercial vehicles that have done mixed. It's a mixed bag coming in from them, because if you take a look at Tata Motors CV, Ashok Leyland, both of them, the numbers coming in from them for the month of March have been below what the street was estimating. Escorts on the tractors front has also done below expectations. In line, like Shrishti was talking about, in line with expectations is M&M, their auto segment. Tata Motors PV has done quite okay for itself, and Eicher VECV also seems to have done okay. So largely it's a very mixed bag across CVs and PVs. What's done well is the farm segment of M&M. So the tractor division for M&M has done well, while it's a miss for Escorts. So that looks good. And Hyundai Motors also has done really well for itself this time around. This is largely what the report card is looking like. Of course, the latest numbers coming in from Ashok Leyland, wherein they've logged in 25,381 units for the month of March, which is an uptick of 5% on a year-on-year basis and a 15% on a month-on-month basis. So far, if I just sum up what the numbers are looking like for commercial vehicles, it's an uptick of between 10 and 17% for Eicher and Tata Motors CV, and month-on-month uptick of 33 to 12%. And these numbers look rather stable, because Tata Motors PV also year-on-year has done very well. So overall, a good move coming in from Tata Motors, except the commercial vehicle segment was slightly underwhelming. But let's make better sense of these numbers. We have Mr. Ashwin Patil from LKP Securities joining us on the show. Ashwin, good afternoon and thanks for your time. Make sense of these numbers for us. Mixed moves coming in largely along expected lines, but slight weakness in some of the names like Tata Motors Commercial and Escorts. Talk to us about your reading about these numbers.
About 5 to 6 companies only have come out with the numbers, and it's like a mixed bag to us for the month of March, I guess. Because if you look at the numbers of M&M has come out with a very good set of numbers, both on the FES as well as on the SUV side. And the trend has been continued, which they had been doing over the past few months. So going forward, I think, M&M is expected to report good numbers, but the base will increase. And then coming back to companies like Hyundai, who have been underperforming since a long time. They have reported just about 2.5% kind of growth in the month of March. And that is mainly because of their over-dependence on Creta and, very minimal presence in the lower segment. There's a Santro segment, which, got a good fillip after the GST reforms came out. So, these couple of reasons and slightly weaker portfolio has led to Hyundai to come out with such numbers. Then you come to Tata Motors, then over there, passenger vehicles have reported fantastic set of numbers once again, just like how Mahindra has done. And that thanks to the launches, various launches like Punch, Nexon, etc., they are doing good. Then coming to the commercial vehicle segment, if you look at Ashok Leyland, then Ashok Leyland's the bus numbers have been disappointing. But the truck numbers have been, okay, nothing great. On the Tata Motors CV side as well, the numbers have been okay-ish kind of. Nothing great has come out from the CV front, but it's a steady state kind of growth is what they have reported. Then coming to other, Escorts. Escorts has also reported a good set of numbers. But on the other side, if you see VST Tailors, which is another small tractor company, they have reported disappointing set of numbers. So on and on, I would say that it's a mixed bag. Yet, we are yet to see two-wheeler numbers and Maruti numbers. The big 4 companies are yet to come out with the numbers. So whatever have been reported, we are seeing a sort of a mixed bag. Some, maybe a reason for that is the geopolitical tensions which are arising at this point in time. Though on the farm equipment segment, I would say that certain companies have given reasons that the jam which is happening on the Strait of Hormuz, it is causing little fertilizers to come over here. There's some sort of fertilizer crunch which is leading to that kind of numbers. All these things are there, but a good harvesting season on the Rabi side and has led to some sort of good numbers. But going forward, the concerns will be there when it comes to Kharif crop, when the sowing may get delayed because of these geopolitical factors. But on and on, I would say that March till now, for the companies which have reported, it has been a sort of a mixed bag.
Point taken. Hi, this is Harsha. Ashwin, I'm curious to know. So, Ashok Leyland was a bit of a miss versus the consensus estimates. You can give us your view as well. Tata Motors CV was the other one, which saw a bit of a miss, and so was Escorts. There's a tilt towards CV, right, to some extent, with regard to the kind of misses, at least for now, that we're seeing in the numbers. Even though M&M on the farm equipment side has done very well for itself. Give us a sense. Do you believe that probably March has been a tough month? Any reasons in your opinion? Can it turn around going forward? Will it depend on the weather? How should one look at it?
Well, see, if you look at the farm equipment sector going forward, maybe this year was very, very strong. So on the, high base of this year, FY27 may not look that great. Maybe like about a lower single digit kind of growth, or maybe slightly on a flattish kind of growth we may see. Then coming to weather, I think that El Nino is getting predicted by certain Met departments that it may arise in the second half of monsoon. So that may have an impact on the FES segment, the rainfall overall. Though at this point in time, the reservoir levels are quite strong and good, but going forward, it should get maintained because much of it will get consumed for the sowing season, etc. So the real picture will get clearer in the second half of monsoon. And at this point in time also, because of this unseasonal rain that has been going on in certain parts of the country, particularly in Maharashtra, so there will be some sort of loss on the agri output, I would say, and that can have a bearing on the overall FES segment. So there are certain concerns going forward. So I would say that it's a wait and watch kind of a situation for the FES segment. At this juncture, I would say for FY27.
Also talk to us about the very near term. That's the month of April. Ashwin, we've had bookings from Gudi Padwa Day in March. The deliveries are going to be taking place in April. Also, you have Akshaya Tritiya that will come in April, an auspicious day. A lot of people buy automobiles. Do you believe on the back of both of these factors at play, at least April could be slightly stronger, at least in terms of PVs, if not CVs, compared to the month of March?
Well, I would say that, unlike last year, the Chaitra Navratri has occurred in the month of March completely. And that has got some sort of positive bearing on the PV sales for the month of March. And we are seeing that kind of numbers. Even Maruti may come out with some good set of numbers for this month. So, last year when it was there in the month of April, because of that, we may see slightly higher base this time. But again, as you said, Akshay Tritiya is again there in the month of April. So, that may negate the impact up to some extent, but definitely the longer duration is of the Navratri, the 9 days. And that has got an impact on the March numbers. And therefore, on a high base of April of last year, I would say slightly weaker set of numbers can come, though Akshay Tritiya will negate up to a certain extent, I would say.
Okay, Ashwin, thank you so much for coming in and giving us that perspective. Of course, we'll continue, staying in touch with you, because over the next couple of days, we'll have all of those numbers come through. And critically, your view will be important to us. So thank you so much for coming in and giving us this perspective. Anyway, viewers, what we'll do is slip into another very short break. On the other side, we'll continue to talk stocks. Stay with us here on ET Now.